Like, I ripped the roof off while they lived in that friggin' apartment. Like, I took the roof off. I said, guys, like, I got to take the roof off. I don't know what to tell you, but like, I got a job to do here. You've been told to leave a million times. I'm sorry, but like, tomorrow, your
You have no
ceiling
roof.
will be a tarp. Did you see? This is crazy. This is actually pretty interesting. And it's, I don't even know how to feel about it. There is Toronto's oldest apartment set to get 10-story addition while the tenants are staying put. They're going to keep all of the tenants in while they add an additional 10 stories to this like little four like story building. It's absolutely unbelievable. And the city seems to be one, two, three, four. Yeah, four-story building. And all the tenants are obviously like, what if something happens above
Yeah.
us, right? Like, this
Remember there
doesn't
was the
sound
guy,
like
there
a
was
good idea.
the one in Niagara. There was a Chinese developer who was building a few buildings. One was like Niagara, one was Muskoka. And then one of his buildings like had like some sort of like collapse in the middle of the night at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
but that's in the middle of
Was that
construction.
Evertrust?
I forget what that was. Yeah,
I
that was
think it
with
was
nobody
Evertrust.
there. Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
mean, imagine if something like that happens. And so this is like a heritage site. So they have to keep the old building intact and it's
No, they should
tenanted. So the
they should be displacing the tenants for the construction period.
yeah, and so
That
somehow
shouldn't be like obviously this project just should never happen. But if it needs to happen, then the tenants should be put somewhere else and until the project's done with an
right.
N13, and then they come back and they pay the same rent. That's the only way.
That's the only way. So the tenants are like, show us another time where this has ever happened. Like this is
Yeah.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And
Where
I
is it?
don't know of a renov. Where is this thing? That's a
Florida?
great question. Yeah, Toronto.
No, I said Florida.
Uh, somewhere. It's in the annex.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Where's the address here? I don't know if they show the address, but okay. So there is something. I think it's on University. I feel like it's University. It may have been
The
Avenue.
bank?
Those are the same thing. No, it was like a commercial building, and they
Yeah.
built like, I don't even know, 30 stories on top of this thing,
Yeah.
while whatever tenants wanted to stay in there could
Oh, okay.
stay in there.
Yeah.
I went in there during the construction, man. Like, what a disaster zone. And I went into a lawyer's office, okay? And it's like, what? What are you saying? Like, you couldn't have the
Guilty.
meeting. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you
I
want
should
me
plead
to,
guilty.
like, what am I supposed to do with
Oh,
this?
oh, oh, oh.
Like drills going
Yeah, yeah,
off
yeah,
and
yeah.
pieces
No, you
falling.
can't. Listen, you
The
can't. You can't.
walls
And then
were cracked.
there's the whole safety thing that's more important, right?
It's
So
crazy.
bottom line is that project. Now, here I am. I'm a developer.
Look
I
at
got
you,
this
though,
four-story building.
blocking the
I got
housing.
right. I got no cash flow. I'm going, geez, what do I got to do to get these guys out? Well, I got a permit to allow for 10 stories to be built on top of my 4 stories. And I'm going to tell all my tenants, don't worry, guys. We're just going to build a building on top of you. We'll keep you safe. Don't worry.
Unless you
Plumbing
start
will be out
paying
between
market
the hours
rents.
of 9 and 4 p.m. between Tuesday and Thursday, 3 weeks of the month.
It's
You
going to
know,
be like 7 a.m. till
right?
8 p.m., 11 p.m., 10 p.m.
You guys don't have to go anywhere. Don't worry. You guys are fine. I got a permit.
Did
So
I
think
ever,
about that
did
as a
I ever,
developer. Is that not a play?
okay. I don't know if I ever told this story to you or on the air before.
Yeah.
I was working on this job for this old Indian real estate developer. He was a legend. This guy's name was Mac Champsey from Rainbow Realty. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy.
No.
I don't think he's alive anymore. But he owned this thing on Pembroke Street, which is, you know where Pembroke is
Yeah.
downtown, like
Cowtown.
seedy,
Yeah.
horrible, disgusting area, right? And so he owned this 4 unit apartment like house. It was broken up into 4 units. And he had this idea that he was going to renovate the units and convert them to condominiums, from apartments to condos, and then sell them off as 4 units. And so he emptied 3 of the 4 units, and 1 unit on the second floor, they weren't leaving. They're like, we don't give a shit. This is our place. We live here. We are not leaving. Go fuck yourself. And I'm like trying to do this whole renovation, and I ripped the roof off while they lived in that friggin' apartment. Like I took the roof off. I said, guys, like I got to take the roof off. I don't know what to tell you, but like I got a job to do here. You've been told to leave a million times. I'm sorry, but like tomorrow your
You have no
ceiling
roof.
will be a tarp, okay?
Yeah.
And they stayed. They friggin' stayed through the whole thing. Now, I didn't make it to the end of that project. Okay. That was actually, well, that wasn't the first,
Did
that
the
wasn't
tarp?
the only project. No, I quit that project. Okay.
Yeah.
Because this was an old house. There was a lot of sketchy stuff when we ripped things open.
Yeah.
And this thing was so far over budget, and we had just done the demo and we were already over budget. Okay.
Yeah.
So like it was like scrimp
He ran out of
everywhere you
money. Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Well, listen, the guy had boatloads of money. He couldn't run out of money. It was not a concern. It was like they had a budget in mind. And, this guy's an old school real estate guy. He's like, oh
Yeah.
my, he wants to stay as close to budget as possible. Right. So,
Yeah.
anyways, one day that a stair landing was so poorly built, and I was like, we really need to do something about this landing because like somebody will die here one day, 100%, and I can't live with that. And he says, oh, call my friend, he's an engineer, he'll give us a stamp for whatever we need. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? Right? Because that can mean a couple of different things. Well, so we meet on site, and he's like, listen, the owner told me to give you a stamp drawing for whatever the hell you need. So yeah, he looked around and he left. And I called him the next day. I go, when are you going to give me the detail? And he sends me the detail. And the detail's like, leave it as it is. Here's a stamp. Everything's fine. And I was like, this was my first encounter with kind of shenanigans in the background with engineers and inspectors. Okay. Because a couple of bucks can get you a stamped engineer drawing from the right guy for literally anything. Okay. So I was like, I can't live with this. Like, and this is why I couldn't be a general contractor for very long. Cause I was like, a lot of people would just take the money, bury everything, and see you later, right? But somebody may have already died on those stairs if they ended up doing it the way that they were planning. And I actually quit that job. That was the first job I ever quit when I was a general contractor. Scruples in general contracting do not go hand in hand. I was like,
Yeah.
listen, it's not like I'm unscrupulous. Is that the right word? Like I'm willing to bend some rules as far as they'll bend.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do some stuff, but like intentionally killing somebody, right? Even if that's not the intention, that's not something I can live with for sure.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.